welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to do the last of the seasonal pictures for this year, and my idea for this one was I started off thinking of a snow globe, and so although it doesn't actually end up as a snow globe, that's the kind of shape and effect I'm going for. So it's a nice simple picture, and all I'm doing is on the outside I'm going to do this colour, this beigey colour. You can do any colour you like. I thought it would set the picture into it nicely. It's kind of neutral. So I'm going to go all the way around the outside of this circular bit with this beigey colour. And this is just carded wool. And again, this is an 8x8 picture with a slightly larger margin on either side, about ½ inch either side. So I've got a little manoeuvre room. And as you can see, I've done it all the way around the outside. And this is a light grey, very light. It's going to kind of represent a snowy background. As you can see, I happen to have a slightly mottled grey. It doesn't matter, but if you only have a grey, mix it with white because you just want something really light. As always, quite a lot of needle felting. Now it's just going to do the trees. This is what I say, it's a nice simple picture. Just pick some greens. I like to mix my greens together a little bit so it's not all one block colour. So if you have more than one green, just mix them together, green and a bit of yellow, things like that. And then just block in your trees. And as I always say, when you look at the mottled colour that we've got, it already starts to look like a tree because I've used the lights and the darks, and you have all that nice shading effect, which is already really good. And you can see what I mean. This is a nice, straightforward picture to do. You could, if you wanted to, where I've done the beigey creamy outside, you could do that in a really dark colour and that make the centre pop more if you wanted to. Sort of almost like a wood colour. There's not really much to explain here at the moment because it's pretty straightforward. So if you've enjoyed this year's pictures, do give me a comment below. Tell me which one was your favourite. I'd be very interested to know. And if you have any ideas for next year's, I've said I do have a thing on the community post about if you've got any ideas you'd like for next year. I'm planning those as well now. And while I'm thinking about it, the drawing for this picture will be in the description box. It's completely free. Just go and click on it, download it. It will come out with the background colour of this greeny colour, so you might want to maybe do it in black and white or something, save yourself some ink. I really don't know how to change any of it to make it easier for you. This is just some shading on the dark on that side, because obviously we want to have a light side and a dark side. So my plans for 2025 are to continue obviously doing the pictures. I'm going to try and do more of a proper beginner series if I can work out how to do it for people who've just started. I did ask on my Facebook page whether people wanted me to do any 3D things as well, but everybody seems to be at this moment quite happy for me to carry on doing the pictures, so that's what I will do. And I will try and do a beginner thing for that. And if there's anything you're struggling with, leave me in the comments below as well, because I'll add it to my list of things I'm going to help people with. So if there's a thing, if I can, I mean, I'm not a total expert on everything, but if I can, I will work it out for you and I will make a video on them. So I'm quite happy to make quick little videos to help people with things if there's anything you need assistance with. In needle felting, obviously. I'm pretty rubbish at everything else, so. And that obviously was, sorry, I'm chatting away, the little bit of pink I had just to do his face in there. But this is absolutely definitely a beginner picture, but it comes out really nicely, and even if you did it and put it away every year, after Christmas every year and brought it back out, it'd make a great little picture for that. So at the moment I'm just obviously putting in his beard and his moustache and that. I'm putting it in just plain white at the moment, but I'm going to go back over it in a bit, you'll see, and just make a little bit of texture on his moustache. So this is the a little bit darker red. I've just mixed it with some black. Well, I haven't actually, I had this colour, but if you have a red, you could mix a touch of black with it just to darken it down a little bit so you've got some shading. Just to make his tummy seem round. Now I've done his gloves in green. I have no idea why I did them in green. They're perfectly okay, but I actually think they might have been better in a different colour, because it does look at the end a little bit like he's lost his hand in a bush. So do it in green if you like, if you'd fancy it, or make it a very different colour from the trees and things, because it did look a little odd, and I may well go back and just change it slightly. It depends if it really bothers me. I'm not sure it's really going to bother me, but it might. So this is the snowman, and I've mixed the white as usual with just a very small hint of yellow, really small, just so he's nice and bright. I didn't do that with the Santa's beard, that's literally just white. And his eyes are black. I don't know, did I miss that bit up? His eyes are obviously made in black with two little white dots, and he's got a pink nose, and I put a little bit of red in for his lips, but I do move that up a bit, I think, because I think I put it too low. And this again along the bottom is the white with a hint of yellow in. What you want to do is keep everything inside that beige line, that the beige outer area that you've put. This is just going to be some snow, so we want to make the snowman sit on something. And now we're onto the Santa's hat. This is actually black. As you know, I don't normally use black in my pictures, but he needs a black hat, so that's what I've done. And this is just a touch of the white, just nice and thin, just to give it a little highlight. Again, it brings it to life, makes it start to look a little bit rounder. This is just a little bit of the dark red just at the back where the shade is. I've tried not to use too many colours because I think not everybody's going to have all the colours I have, and sometimes you need a picture that you can actually just pick up what you do have and make it. So this is why I've tried to keep it fairly simple. Especially if you're just starting out, you're not going to have a vast quantity of colours. Of course he's got to have his eyes, and they are done in black again. You can't get his carrot for his nose. And as I say in all my pictures, although you don't see me do it, this all does get felted down really well. So take your time and make sure it's all as attached to your wool felt backing as you can. And here with the mouth, I'm just literally twisting the black, and as I twist it, I felt it in, so it keeps it nice and thin. And then you can have as many buttons as you like. I tend to do in odd numbers because I think it looks better. But if you just want the 2, then you can just do the 2. Oh yes, please do like, share and subscribe. It really helps my channel. I'm trying to grow it. I'd really like to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of next year if I could. So, you know, give me a Christmas present and subscribe. That would be lovely. Thank you. And don't forget to comment. So you can do his buckle in gold or silver. I just decided to do it in the yellowy colour because I had some around. I think this picture probably took me about 4 hours to make, so it's not too bad, and that's not, you know, because I'm particularly clever or anything. It's not just, it's a nice simple picture to do. Now you'll see what I mean about his glove disappears into the bush I'll put down here. I can't remember if it's bush or holly. I'll find out in a minute. I'm sure it's a bush. You'll see what I mean by his glove disappears into the bush down here. So I probably should have done something else with it. I think I do try. I put some highlights and stuff. So now I'm decorating the tree. So if you have any extra little special colours, you know, anything like that, you can now use them up on the tree. And as you can see, I felted one end in so it was secure, and then I'm literally just curling it in my hand and then just plonking it down diagonally. This is supposed to be the tinsel. It does look nice if you give it little kinks in like that, because you don't really want it just going straight around the tree. It wouldn't do that in real life because you have branches to negotiate. So this is the sort of thing I think about when I'm needle felting, is how would it look real, how would it actually go on the tree. And then you get to enjoy decorating it, popping the baubles on any little colours you've got. Just have some fun. And these are the same colours that I use in other pictures as the flowers and things, so the wool that you get for pictures lasts such a long time. I think the one I personally go through the most would be like the greens, because obviously I'm doing all the landscapes. Greens and maybe white, and obviously the browns as well. You can put whatever you'd like at the top of your tree. I chose a star because I thought it was pretty straightforward. But if you're feeling like you want to do something more, then have a go. And this is just some snowflakes, really. I liked these on the grey because I thought it was quite subtle. Sometimes you don't want them standing out too much, and this was nice in the background, just a little bit of texture that went on behind the actual snowman and that. It just filled that space in with a little bit of something to look at. This is where I'm putting some texture on his moustache, because I thought it was a little flat. And again, all I've done is grab some white and I'm twirling it, as you can see, and then just putting it into place. I didn't bother with his beard so much, but I did want his moustache to stand out a bit more. And you can add as much of this as you like. You could fill the whole of the white area up with these twirly bits if you want to. You can see what I'm doing there. And if you're feeling confident, you could do more shading and things if you want to. If you've followed along with me before and you're a little more comfortable with it. Otherwise you can just leave them as they are. I've shaded, I don't know why I've missed showing you, I've shaded down the snowman just a touch on the sides with a little bit of the blue and white, just to make him feel round, and along the bottom. If you look along the bottom of the snowman and just up his side, you can see it's a little bit grayer. And now I'm going in with a little slightly darker colour and just to define his moustache from his beard. And that would be the same colour that I shaded, which is the white with a hint of blue, that I shaded around the snowman with. Just a little bit of snow in the background. You could add eyebrows to him as well if you wanted to. I didn't, because I thought his hat would cover them. And now I've just got some of the darker brown because I've decided I'd like it to look like you're looking through a frame. Of this beige frame, so this is where I've gone round the outer area with the darker colour. But you don't have to. If you like it as it is, don't do that. I think it does help though when you look at it like that. It does bring the tree and things forward a bit. Well, like I say, I really hope you've enjoyed this year's pictures. I've really enjoyed making them for you. It's given me an extra incentive to carry on needle felting the pictures because I was starting to gather them and I didn't know what to do with them. So I've really enjoyed needle felting these for you, and I hope you've enjoyed them. And we will carry on next year. I've got a little bit more to do on this, but I just wanted to say thank you for subscribing if you have, and if you haven't, why not? Who knows what you could be missing. And yeah, I'm really grateful that anybody has taken the time to watch this and comment. It means so much to me. I'm just highlighting the little star up there a bit. Well, this is basically it for this picture. I think, possibly 2 more to come out, and I'm going to do a compilation of all of the pictures in sped up, so you can have a bit of fun looking through those. I really hope you've enjoyed it all. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and in the meantime, happy felting. Bye for now.